Google Maps is piping up at me.
Turn right, then turn right.
Just keep saying turn right. Let's have a look. Let's have a bloody gander. All that shit about me not needing Google Maps. And now what am I doing? Looking at Google Maps. So it's 20 to 5 in the evening, stroke afternoon, and feeling a little bit inspired to go and catch the sunset. So I thought it would be fun to take you with me and see what we can see out and about in Canggu and Bali. Don't forget the room key. Right, let's go. At the moment I'm staying at Bournewood Guest House, which is very nice, as you can see. When I first arrived here, I wasn't like fully vibing the place, and then after having like a couple of nights stay, I was like, actually this place is really lovely. I think just being quiet and peaceful, especially in the evenings, is like a real win. So yeah, very, very grateful for this place. Okay, we have a key. Bag is in there. Safety first. Must be one of the only Westerners out here that wears a helmet when doing longish trips. It's not always, if I'm like just nipping down the road, I don't always have it on if I'm not going fast or anything, which kids don't do at home. Always wear the helmet. All right, so I've put in my maps a beach. It's about 30 minutes away, but obviously there's like traffic and stuff to consider, so we'll just see what we can find. I feel like my phone is going to be in the way, so I'm just going to take it out, put it in my pocket, and we'll figure it out. I kind of know the way anyways now. So we've got about 45 minutes until sunset really starts to kick in. Funny story, the other morning I thought that my scooter had been stolen, and I was so close to reporting it as stolen, and then I couldn't actually remember where I parked it, and I was like looking around, and that was obviously a telltale sign that like I hadn't left it there. But I'd literally gone to the extent of messaging the villa saying, I think my bike's been stolen. And I was just like really confused. I'd been like quite tired this week. And the previous night, I'd been for a massage. And what had happened was, I'd gone for the massage, fallen asleep during the massage, and then come out and I'd gone to the shop next door, bought myself a bottle of water, and just walked home and forgot to, because it's quite close to the place, and I just walked home and totally forgot that I'd left my scooter there. So anyway, so I walked back around to the massage place, and it was just sat outside. I'm like, fucking hell. That's when you know you're relaxed. Or brain dead. This is so nice, just driving into the sunset. Hopefully we get a nice little sunset and I can do a little time lapse for you. So today I did my first CrossFit Murph workout. So if you're not familiar, basically a workout that was designed as a memorial for a US soldier who lost his life in action. Lieutenant Murph, I think he's called. And it was basically, this workout was his favorite workout. So it's 1 mile run, 100 pull-ups, 200 press-ups or push-ups, 300 air squats or regular squats, and then a 1 mile run to finish. And if you're going to do it like the RX style, like the pro way, you would have a weighted vest. But I went down and did it at Wanderlust, where I train here, and it was fantastic. It was such an awesome morning. I absolutely loved it, and first time I've actually ran since I've been in Bali. So I haven't run in like 7 weeks. So I was pretty pleased to see that I'm still pretty quick. Still got it. And the first 1 mile, I took a 5 kilo plate with me. And still came in second after that first run, so I was pretty pleased. But after that, most people started to overtake me. I didn't scale the pull-ups. I did the pull-ups RX way all the way through. The RX pull-ups, push-ups, I decided to do the like scaled sort of slightly kneeling up sort of method, which is still hard. And then just regular air squats. And I broke it up into 20 sets of, so I did 5 pull-ups, and I did 10 push-ups, and then 15 squats, and then just did 20 rounds of that. It was great, and I had like this, the first like 20 to 30 minutes was pretty rough, and it was so hot. And then I started to ease into it a little bit, and then I was looking around the place, and I was just like beaming from ear to ear, and I was like, look at this is so cool. You know, it must have been like 50, 60 athletes, absolutely, everyone just sending it, tunes blaring. I mean, what a life. How fortunate that we're able to do this with our bodies and be able to be strong and athletic and have endurance. Like, we should, like, it's such a privilege, and to be out here in this beautiful country doing it with people from all different nationalities, like all bonding and connected through CrossFit and the CrossFit and gym community. You know, like, I'm from Britain, and a lot of people I meet out here are Russian, and obviously if you look at our two countries, you know, the Ukraine war, all that shit, well, like, none of it comes into it over here. Like, everyone is just like, hey man, where you from? Russia. Cool. All right. Like, do you like CrossFit? And that's it. And I think it's that classic, like, there's no borders with the gym and even Bali. Forget the gym. Like, just no one cares. Like, everyone's just happy to be out here having a nice life, and you know, might be a little bit cliche and a bit kumbaya, but I'm all for it. So easy when you're in a country where you have all of this news and propaganda all the time talking about war and countries that are adversarial towards and like, you get out here and it's just like, it's just bullshit. Just people. Like, I've got no beef with Russians. I don't have any beef with anyone from any nationality. I don't care. Probably got more beef with, like, people from the UK, if anything. But yeah, it's cool. I love it out here, and the people are so peaceful and respectful, and there's no, like, sense of aggression. It's just like everyone's happy. Even the people who are earning fuck all, and like, you can tell they're like not earning that much money, but everyone's smiling, everyone's happy, everyone's respectful, and it's just lovely. And there's something about driving around a place on a scooter which feels really intimate. You know, I'm sat there at the traffic lights there's people around me, and you can tell they can obviously hear me talking, and they're just like, oh, just looking around, and another Westerner making a vlog. But like, that's just a small little detail. Like, in the UK, we're always in cars. No one drives a scooter. It's too cold and miserable. We're like this. It's just such a joy. Although, having said that, more than 30 to 40 minutes on a scooter, and I do start to feel I start to get a little bit tired. That's just an endurance thing. I'm not used to it. The smells, like, I love I could just smell them, just like charcoal. Someone's got like a barbecue grill on. Amazing. You also get, don't get me wrong, you do smell like someone will be like burning some trash, which isn't great. So you you get funky smells as well, but yeah, it's cool. I fucking love it here. So that down that way is to Samagi, where I was at a few weeks ago. So this is the first time I've driven down this way. I have no idea where we're going. I'm not even looking at the maps. And I'm hopeful you'll be able to hear me. I've got this little fluffy mic thing on to try and help with that. I do like a bridge. So beautiful. Like going over the nature and seeing the river and stuff coming through. Like somewhere like Canggu, you don't see a lot of that. It's like very built up. I mean, one of the benefits of chasing sunsets is actually you don't need Google Maps. You just look for where the sun is. And like, oh, okay, over there. That's where we're headed. Do you know, out here, I have no idea who has right of way at any of these crossroads and junctions. I don't think anyone does. Correct me if I'm wrong. Drop me a comment below. Everyone just kind of wings it. And there's something kind of cool about that, other than I'm sure that technically it's more dangerous than in the UK and Europe. But you just kind of stay switched on. Like, okay, I don't need to rely on traffic lights or whatever. They do have traffic lights, of course. But there's a lot of crossings where it's just like, yeah, figure it out yourself. I love these roads where like we're winding through little bits of forest and urban sort. That's a bit of urbanization blended in with the forest and stuff. It's cool. From a barbecue. What's he got on the bloody Barbie, Sheila? That's my terrible Australian accent. Sheila, what the bloody... Oh, no, I'm not good. Nice temple. Alright, which way are we heading? Left or right? Left or right? Left or right? Oh, there's only left. Sorry, that right is a temple. Sheila, you forgot to put the charcoal on the bloody Barbie. I can't get the bloody Barbie bit right. Bloody Barbie. No. Sheila. You might think I'm doing this for the camera, making funny accents. I quite like, one of my favourite things when I'm on the bike is to be doing funny accents. Try left. Hey, look at this.
Right, then make a U-turn.
Been like some traditional ceremony there. You see them all in the traditional Balinese dress.
Turn left, then make a U-turn. Make a U-turn, then turn right.
Google Maps is piping up at me.
Turn right, then turn right.
Just keep saying turn right. Let's have a look. Let's have a bloody gander. All that shit about me not needing Google Maps. And now what am I doing? Looking at Google Maps. Where are we? Oh, if I do a little U... Okay. Right. Tell you what, I would love a drink. Right. It's thirsty work being on the bike. Right, we're going to have to do a little U-turn. Shit! I nearly just got completely totaled there. Not concentrating, was I? Trying to be a bloody YouTuber. It'll be the death of me, this job. Sheila. Orange. What does orange mean? Oh, it's my friends. What does orange mean? Just like careful, maybe go if you want. If you're feeling risky, get yourself over that road. Get yourself down to the. Get some charcoal on the butt. No. I think Google might be unhappy again. It'd be nice to stop and film at some of these places. I've got a date with the sunset, so priorities. Hey, big old temple. Is that? I think that's Tana Lot. Maybe is that Tana Lot? Let's have a look. Let's stop and look at the map. Woo! That's a fast bike. Oh yeah. I'll go the next left. And then was that 10 a lot? Right, actually, I'm gonna put this on. You're probably not going to be able to see the phone. This side of it's probably going to be obscured by the mirrors, anyways. So I'll stick it on here because we are running late for the sunset. We are cooking on gas. I think that was a Rage Against the Machine cover band. It sounded heavy. Wow, look at that. Beautiful view. See if I can stabilize the camera a little bit. I mean, that's not a bad place for the sunset, but we can do better. Wow. Look at this.
In 600 meters, turn left.
Amazing. I have no idea if this is going to just be too shaky for the footage, because it is very bumpy. It's really irritating me, the camera bouncing up and down now. I don't know if this is going to be usable. It's so lovely driving a scooter at this time of night, where the air starts to just get that little bit fresher. Ah, it's lovely. Westerner there, driving like a dick. Smoky. Smoky and sunsetty. Hands have fallen apart from CrossFit. One minute, I need a one minute. One minute. Turn left. Okay. Taxi online drop only.
Continue for 1 kilometer.
Didn't know if that was a toll then. I have to pay or something. Oh, look at this. So nice to be in nature. Say nature. It's obviously farmed, but I chose the road that was the side of the road that was absolutely fucked. Oh my god, he fell. Oh wow, look at these places. Swanky. Thatched roof. Must be new builds. You do get a very dusty throw on these scooter rides. Well, this is a fun little adventure on a Saturday night. I wouldn't want to be anywhere else.
In 200 meters, you will arrive at your destination. You have arrived.
All right. Go see what's down here. I just picked a random beach, by the way, on Google Maps, so I don't know what it's going to be like. I would love a fisherman's friend. Oh, I don't have it. I don't have any left. Have I got another pack? All gone. Scooterman's friend. I do not have one. It's full of midges here. Mosquitoes. Some locals down here pissing about with a ball or something. Oh, nice. We go on the beach or down on that bit, do you think? Let's go. Wonder what's over here. It's like a sign up there. Hey guys, how you doing? Do you want to wave? YouTube. YouTube. YouTube.
You can speak Indonesian?
No Indonesian. Sorry.
Where are you from?
England. Yeah. I'm gonna go watch the sunset. Have fun. Bye bye. Thank you. Good day. Oh, this is cool. Those waves are really coming in, aren't they? Trying to figure out if that's going to get wet or whether the tide's gone out. Or we could set ourselves up on one of these rocks here. I mean, it's no beanbag that I'm used to. You know, I should have brought. If I'd have brought a towel down here, I could have sat on the beach. But I'm just going to get covered in sand otherwise. But this was a very last-minute thing, so hence me just grabbing the camera. I literally only got this microphone today, so I didn't have time to test it or anything. Just like whatever, bang it on, let's go. I might set the time lapse up on my phone, and then that way I can continue talking to the camera throughout while the sun's going down. I think that would be a good option. Gives me a little bit of flexibility. But my mobile phone is about to die, so I do have the power bank with me actually. Be a little bit awkward setting it up, but we will give it a go. Definitely put my phone on Do Not Disturb. Check the storage. My phone keeps running out of storage at the moment. It's a nightmare. I have a storage issue, even though I pay for Google Photos and backed up. Okay, I think we've got enough storage. I don't think I brought my power bank. Damn it. Oh man. My worry is that if my phone dies, I won't be able to find my way back, and it'll be dark. I suppose though, even if my phone dies, as long as I keep the beach this side, I'll eventually arrive in Canggu. Decisions. Or I could just do the time lapse on the 360. Fuck it. All good decisions start with fuck it, right? Will the phone survive? Okay, decision might be made for me because I don't think I brought the phone attachment for the tripod. Double check. Nope, not got it. Or is it in here? Nope, not got it. So we'll do time lapse with the 360, and I'll have to speak to the camera on my phone maybe. All right, let's do this. When I came out to Bali, the value that I was focusing on out here is permission. And at first, like, I wasn't too sure. I'll be totally honest. I got the value came from using Claude and just chatting like about stuff. And I was like, right, let's try and set some goals and like, what do you think about this? That. I will basically just like give it all as much information as I can about where I'm at in my life. And then I'm like, okay, what do you think? And it was like, sounds like permission. I was like, I don't know about that. And then I kept on like coming back around to it, and then I'm like, yeah, I'll stick with it. And actually, it's been really interesting because it keeps coming up. Like, and I just didn't realize it was there. You know, making the step to come out here, whether it be for 6 weeks, 6 months, 6 years, whatever that is like, you really do. Not only there's like, I think there's a few different stages to permission. In my case, it's like the initial permission to make the decision to come out here, and then part of me kind of was like, oh, well, I've given myself permission. Like, what are you on about? But what you don't realize is these emotionally attached obligation to others, and how that influences my decisions on how I'm going to live my life and where I'm going to be. And I'm like in my head thinking, oh, well, I need to get back because of X, Y, Z, this obligation, that obligation, whether it's work, family members, birthdays, like different events and stuff. And it's like, who am I living my life for? And that may sound self-centered, but it's like, so far, unfortunately for me, like, things haven't really worked out. Like, yeah, like on paper and stuff, pretty successful, you know, done all my high rock stick and stuff, but like in terms of where I really want to be in life, and like having a family, wife, children, all that kind of thing, it's like, it's not worked out. And I'm not saying that being in Bali that would be necessarily any more likely, but it definitely doesn't feel as pressing. Whereas back in the UK, it's kind of like, or certainly where I live, working class town, traditional values, it's kind of like the thing that you do. You know, you get married and you have kids, and more of my friends are settling down now. Even the ones that like you didn't think were going to do it start to settle down, and you go, wow, bloody hell. And like, and I was the one who always wanted to settle down at some point. It just didn't work out for me. And it's like, so am I going to live my life for other people, or am I going to just feel like try and live for myself for a little while? And ultimately, the whole reason for that is because, one, like, I want to be happy. Like, that's not a selfish thing. And two, if I am happy and content, then I'm more likely to be able to meet a partner, to then have a family, and then be totally self-versus because I'll have a family to look after, and then it won't all be about Jason anymore. So it's like, I feel like en route to becoming a father, a husband, whatever, you kind of have to do the solo thing and, you know, just figure it out and do what's right to put yourself in the best position. And there's a strange feeling being so far away from loved ones and like being happier. And I don't even think it's necessarily about, I mean, the definition of happiness is a topic that's people still can't decide on. But I feel like the definition of happiness is not sadness. In the UK, I would quite often feel sad. Every 2 to 3 weeks maybe. And it's like, I just got used to that as being the norm. Like, oh, that's just what happens. You know, we have a week where we're happy, and then we have a week when we're sad, or we have a few days when we're sad. Oh, that's life. And then it's like, well, really? Does it have to be like that? And I feel like since I've been in Bali, it's been like, I've not been on vacation. This has been very much a working trip, working every day, filming every day, speaking to new hires, all that kind of stuff. So that's kept me engaged. But I think that the cycle that I notice, or the cycle that I observe here, is like really, really happy, content, and then less happy and content. Really happy and content, less happy, rather than kind of like happy, sad, which I would get back in the UK. That's really got me thinking now, the idea of like moving here, it's like sometimes I feel the need to be like, okay, I've got to make this big decision or whatever, and it's like, well, why don't you, like, what's wrong with just kind of having it open-ended? Like, I'm gonna continue to travel a bit, like I'm just gonna, rather than feeling this obligation that I need to stake a claim somewhere, that I need to, you know, put my roots down. And that's something that I've noticed, and it ties into this permission piece around timing and the next thing, the next event, and making sure you're in this next place or whatever. And it's like because of the, you know, the society that we live in, this global society of like everything is waiting for the next event. We're always kind of like got this fucking metronome going of like what's coming up next. Do you know, like, do you feel like you're always like anchored towards the next event? For me, I've always got Christmas just like in my head. It's just like, oh yeah, Christmas, and you're like, okay, so how far the year, how far through the year are we? It's just like, oh no, like 7 months away from Christmas, or like, I don't think I'm like deliberately thinking that, but it's kind of in my head of this like weird like bookend to the year. And it's like, I don't know. I feel like maybe we're like, life is passing us by when we live like that, because we're not living in the moment. Every millisecond that we are thinking about the future, projecting into the future, we're not in the now. And in some ways, like me sat here, sitting on this beautiful beach, looking at the sunset, ironically, it feels like both things. It feels like very present. I feel very present now. I can notice like everything around me. I can feel the volcanic kind of rocks on my feet. Noticing this guy running past. You know, I feel very present. And then I've also got like this third person view of me being a content creator, which is kind of strange. And the last video I did was like this whole content creator crisis. But I think now I'm just recently hired an editor. Hey Yogi, thank you. And that's definitely given me a huge boost in feeling like I've got someone else on the ride with me, someone supporting me a little bit, not just me all the time. I led to talking about the permission piece, but also there's this control element, and I think that's related to trying to control things and then not allowing oneself permission to do what you want, and struggling to tie them together. But they definitely feel related. I feel like there's this like just permission to let go, and that's how they are connected. You know, like there's this, again, like another metronome in my head, or countdown timer is like approaching 40. And like, and I have in my head like this 40 thing and being a dad and all the rest of it. And it's like, what would it mean, or how would life be if I had no way of knowing how old I was? You know? Like, they do say age is just a number. And I've never really like understood what that meant until now. But it is right, isn't it? It is just a number. And it's like, if we didn't have the numbers, if we didn't have the way to measure everything all the time, imagine how much free you would be in your life. Other than, you know, all the nice things that come along with knowing the time and seasons for farming and agriculture and civilization and stuff like that. That's all great. I'm all for civilization. I'm less for the pressures that it puts on people to be having to have done certain things by a certain time. When I traveled 9 years ago, I was 27, and I felt old then. And I've even got some footage of me talking about being old and feeling old. And it's just like, and I mean, I'm in a very different scenario now. Like, I'm not staying in hostels, I'm not going out partying. But, you know, it's funny because then looking back now, I'm like, you weren't old? Like, really, mate? Like, you weren't, like, not old at all. And then in some ways, I feel like saying the same to me now. Because who knows, in another 9 years, I might be sat on a different beach, having a similar conversation about that time, like 9 years ago, and I was worried about turning 40, and now I'm 56, whatever it is. It's been an interesting week, and a few of these like obligations that I'd thought about. I'd had conversations with all the people involved. They were absolutely fine. Like, quite the opposite of what you expect and what you build up in your head. Like, everyone has just been like, just do what you have to do. Like, I'd rather you be happy. And I think part of me feels like I know what it's like. Like, my best friend moved to New York like 10 years ago or whatever. But it broke my heart. And it still sucks, do you know what I mean? Like, to have someone who's like, you've just known all your life and they were just there all the time, and then they go. And then, you know, I'll see them like every 2 to 3 years maybe. So I think part of me's like got that in my head and thinking about other people and my other like best friends now. And I guess, I know it's not that I'm a people pleaser, but I guess I'm anticipating them feeling sad, and it's just a bit gutting. But if I don't actually move, and I just travel and go about making videos or whatever for 6 to 9 months of the year, then it's kind of, in some ways, I don't have to commit that I'm actually leaving. And you know, I feel like beaches are very spiritual places. Something about the proximity to just like the force of nature. I mean, just look at this. Like, when you really think about it, there's this water that just moves constantly. It's this swelling heartbeat of existence on planet Earth. It's weird. But why wouldn't you just want to experience life? Why wouldn't you want to just come and sit on a beach and be present with the beauty and awe that it is to be somewhere like this? And of course, if you're not able to
have access to a beach, or you're not in a country where it's beautiful or whatever, then you can still access it. You know, it's just more obvious here. Easier to tap into the beauty of nature, and less easy to tap into the autonomous way of living that we have in our day-to-day 9-to-5 lives, etc. And I feel like a while ago I went on Naked Attraction, and one of the things that I kept on saying to myself when I was worrying about going on the show, I'm like, should I be doing this? This is crazy. And it was just like, life is a game. Like, that was my mantra. Life is a game, life is a game, life is a game. Like, as in, it's this ludicrous thing that we have. And it's like, not that we're like trying to like one up each other. It's like, no, it's just like, we're here to have fun. We're here to just experience life. We're not here we shouldn't be worrying all the time and like feeling like we're not good enough and being depressed about the weather or whatever. Just like, and there's something about being here which just opens it up for me and allows me to feel more like myself. So with that in mind, I'm going to leave you here. Thank you for watching. Hope you've enjoyed my little outing to the sunset, and I will look forward to seeing you in the next one.